everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Travel Tips with me, Jasmine. And for this week's episode, it's all about glamping. So for those of you who do not necessarily like the good old camping, then glamping is the perfect solution for you. And I'm about to give you guys 5 tips on how you can have the best glamping trip. So for the first glamping tip is to pack enough food. Make sure you exactly know where your glamping site is, because usually they're quite situated quite far away from the towns, quite similar to camping sites. So make sure you pack enough food if you don't want to be driving back and forth all the time. And then for the second glamping tip is, you might be wondering, when should you go? So basic glamping settings don't usually have any heating or air conditioning, so if you would go during the super hot seasons, keep in mind that there won't be any air conditioning, and if you would go during the super cold season, keep in mind that there won't be any heating either. So it's better to pick an off-shoulder season, such as maybe spring or autumn. That way you have the most comfortable stay. And then tip number 3, you might be wondering, what should you pack? Well, the top 3 things that we recommend you should take is always a battery pack if there's no electricity. And the second most important is insect repellent for being out in the forest or in the wild. You don't want to have insect bites all over. And then the third one is to have a flashlight. Flashlight is always a great backup. In case something happens or something stops working and you're suddenly out of light, then it's always good to have a flashlight. And then the next tip is the top 3 places for glamping in the world. Well, our recommendation is definitely America, USA, and Morocco is also definitely on the top list of glamping destinations, including Australia. So make sure to check out some of those destinations if you're planning on going glamping, maybe on JoinMyTrip. And then for the last tip, and probably one of the most important as well, is to figure out your hygiene situation. So figure out what's the toilet or shower situation like wherever you're gonna go glamping. Make sure you have the desired opportunities for washing up, because of course everyone has their own individual needs. Maybe someone is totally fine with peeing in the middle of the forest and taking a shower in the lake, but maybe another person is not. So always make sure that you research on the desired opportunities you want and that is fulfilled. Or if there's a lake nearby, why not take the risks and just shower in there, even if the weather is warm? So why not just go for a swim as well? And that's all the 5 glamping tips we have for you guys this week. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe this video as well, and maybe leave a comment on what kind of travel tip you would like to see next week. And don't forget to check out JoinMyTrip.com to start traveling with friends you haven't met yet, or maybe even start creating your own trip. See you guys next week. Bye.